Hello, friends. Today I am going to talk about problems. Exactly not a problems, but I'm going to talk about cause of problems. So where does it lie? Where a problem lies? Problem exactly doesn't lie outside. It lies in our belief system. How we think, how we react, how we take an action. It depends in our belief system. Exactly how I will construct my life, my ideas, my understanding, my work, my learning pattern, basing on my mind system. So whatever we are doing, whatever we are able to do, or whatever we want to do, that is depend on our belief system. So when I talk about my belief system, I'm not exactly talking about my belief system, but I'm giving it to make the clarify, to make it more easier, and to make it like to break it in the small tiny pieces. So when I talk about problem, the cause of problem which lies in my brain system, when I talk about it, like it gives me understanding like why I talk about it, because the moment I see inside, if I'm having difficulty, if I'm having confusion, if I'm having lots of doubts and difficulties, where is the solution exactly lies in my head, and the problem exactly lies in my head, how I take it, and in that way I will respond or react it. Yes, if I respond it means yes, I'm aware, I'm taking it seriously, I'm not reacting, I'm responding the situation. But if I'm reacting in that situation, I lose my mind, I lose my emotion. What happens when I lose my emotion? It's very hard to control, it's very hard to understand own self when we lose our emotion. So why why am I talking about this thing? Because the each and every problem which lies in our life, that lies in our head, that's why we are having that problem. Exactly, when we see deeply, there is no problem at all, because how we create problem through our brain, through our thousands of neuron muscles, and when it cramps we get a kind of dizziness, a kind of uh, painful sensation, and then we call it problem. But there is no problem at all. The cause of problem is our own understanding, our own brain, our own thinking pattern. So what is the solution then? So to change that attitude, to change that behavior, what we need to do is we need to change our thinking pattern. Like, I'm thinking about this thing now, but what I have to do in that situation, I have to stop that thought pattern and I have to shift that thought in another thought. I'm not talking about we can't stop our thought, but what we can do is we can shift our thought. Like, I'm thinking about this thing now, I'm thinking about food. What I can do is I can shift my thought pattern from food to what, fun or career or success or whatever it is, or positive things, or whatever it may be. Like, I'm thinking about this thing, what I can do is to change that thinking pattern, to change that mindset. What I have to do is I can't delete my thought pattern, but I can shift my thought pattern from one direction to another direction. So that is the solution. So if we want to operate the whole system of problem, just what we can do is we can shift our thought pattern from one dimension to another dimension, and that will be the solution. And how I treat myself, I share my ideas because I treat myself exactly the same way. Whatever things I have been sharing, so let's think about it. Okay, let's give time to think about it. Am I taking it so lightly, or am I taking it so heavily? Am I taking it so seriously? How, like, what am I doing? How am I treating myself? That I have to observe each and every moment. So our thought pattern will create our each and everything. So need let's think about our thought pattern. Let's not think about our thought, our food, our success, our whatever going on. Let's not think about it. The main root of the cause of problem is our thought pattern. If once I am able to change that my thought pattern, I can construct anything, I can do anything. Anything is possible for me because I have already changed my mindset. Means I can do anything, everything, because the way I think, the way I put understanding and ideas in my head, my life will be exactly like that. Why am I sharing and talking all these things all the time? Because I like this kind of issues and ideas, and when I talk, when I deal with this kind of thing, like, I'm so much aware about my thought pattern. So I always talk about thought pattern because after all, we are what we think. It's not me only I'm taking. There is James Allen, who is already famous writer, world's number one, like, million copies had already sold in the global market. So we can see those kind of materials, they are able to do things. Means they are able to understand their thought pattern, they are able to treat themselves according to their thought pattern, and if there is something wrong within themselves, they are able to shift that. There is nothing wrong after all, but what is the problem? The main problem is thought pattern. I can shift my thought pattern from this dimension to that dimension if I'm aware, but if I'm not aware, that I will lose my emotion and make my life hell. I can say this much only because after all, I'm also so curious and aware how I am treating myself. Thank you very much. Keep watching my channel. Okay, bye bye in this time.